Welcome to another episode of the Psychology of Marriage Success, where we talk about the right mindset to help you have an amazing marriage. And my name is Victor Onochie from Junior's Metaphor, and I am with
Adaeze Chiwoko from Marriage for Real.
So today we'll be talking about achieving personal growth in marriage.
It's a good topic.
It's a good one, but before we continue, I think we'll need coffee.
And we definitely do.
Wisdom to do something for us.
All right, Wisdom, bring it over. Let's be having you. I love these very specific Zuma coffee.
Chocolate coffee.
Do you know that you've just combined my two favorite things in the world, Wisdom?
Coffee and chocolate.
Oh my God. As in, chocolate is my love. Coffee is my love. So right here in this cup is a cup of double love. Double love.
This is so good. So before we go into the topic of today, we'll be talking about Zuma coffee. I mean, don't you like this?
It's gorgeous.
I love this. I love this. So this is Zuma coffee, Arabica whole bean coffee. There's quite a lot of other coffee. We have light roasts, medium roast, dark roast. So you could actually go to the website of Zuma Coffee and order coffee from the website, and you get 10% off on delivery.
That's if they do a subscription, right?
Yeah, if you do a subscription. So subscribe so you could always get your refuel of coffee monthly, you know. And I know coffee is very good for your system. That's just good for the liver, though.
The liver specifically?
Yeah. A lot. Is it antioxidant?
Okay.
It does that. Yeah. And I think.
Well, here's the thing. Unless you pack it up with loads of sugar.
Okay.
Then it might not be so good. But if you're like a real coffee drinker like me and I don't need the sugar in it, then you're going to get all those amazing health benefits. So definitely worth subscribing so that when you run out of your pack, you're not like, oh no, that's it. And we'll pop the link in the description here where you can go ahead, sign up, get your 10% after delivery, and boom, you're all set up with Zuma coffee.
Yeah. Fired up.
Fired up.
Achieving personal growth in marriage.
Achieving personal growth in marriage. So, let's talk about that. Because many people have this concept that to get married is to basically let go of your personal dreams.
Yeah.
That message has been sold to us that, you must sacrifice who you are. And of course, who you are, part of that is what your personal goals are and your personal dreams are. And I guess I can understand why people feel that way because, when you're in marriage or when you're married, it's not as if you can just get up and do whatever you want to do anymore.
Yeah.
And children come and things can get a little bit tight-wise. But do you think that marriage actually holds somebody back?
So I don't think marriage actually holds somebody back. And I think there was a day we were sitting together and somebody asked you a question that does marriage stop you from doing what you really want to do? And you said something. You said, look at me flying.
Come on, look at me flying.
That marriage has given me wings to fly.
Yes.
So marriage doesn't stop. I think it's this thing we're talking about. It's the mindset thing, depending on like I always say, the philosophy, what you have learned marriage to be. I believe that marriage actually gives you the foundation to really do what you want to do, whatever it is. Marriage makes you, the good thing about marriage is it makes you double check. So if you were single, you just boom, do whatever. But when you're married, you're more responsible. You have to think more about your decisions. And so you have somebody to have that discussion with. Do you understand? To think about the things you want to do. And, in Maslow hierarchy of needs, the basic things we try to achieve is to be able to, handle food, the basic housing, and all that. Yeah. And once you've got that sorted out to an extent, you're now thinking of things like self-actualization, esteem issues, things that are more higher than just, the basic things. And I feel marriage is a solid foundation or a solid platform to help you achieve that. Two people are married and they should be able to have goals, aspirations, things they want to achieve. And they should work as partners in doing that. I see a lot of young people and unmarried people, they think there's the mindset that marriage is going to stop them.
Yeah.
So they actually leave marriage for quite a long while. I get the part of parenting and all that. You're a parent. You have 3 kids. And I'm a parent. I have a son. And so how has it been when it comes to what you're doing right now? We being here doing this with the responsibility of children.
Yeah. I think I have to say that I do recognize seasons, that there are seasons in marriage. Yeah. And if my children are all teenagers now. Yeah, my youngest is 13, my oldest is 17 at this point. I think that if they were younger and still sort of, around the fragile, 6, 7 and all of that, I wouldn't have come out here for so long on my own and left them. And I think people have to bear that in mind, that a dream delayed is not a dream denied. Okay? So I'm able to do this now with the children being a bit older, but also, and here's the key thing, it is because hubby and I work as a team.
Exactly.
So, we can say, all right, this is the plan. Or I can say, babe, this is really what I want to do. This is part of my dream. This is where I want to take my business. And him, because he is as sold out for my dream.
Exactly.
As I am.
For his.
Exactly. We're going to work together and say, okay, well, how can we make your dream happen?
Yeah.
And in this occasion, it was, okay, well, you're going to go and I'm going to stay at home. This is what my husband's saying. I'll stay at home and hold down the family and hold down the children and make sure that's okay so that you can actually take your mind off and go and do what you need to do to build. On the flip side, there's been times when he's had to go away and do something, or maybe he's had to take time to just study and focus. And I've been like, right, well, don't think about anything else in this house. You focus on what you need to focus on, and I'll carry the can. And we've gone, when I think about our marriage, it has been like that, right? It's my turn to hold things down and let him do it. And okay, now it's your turn. And we have literally gone like that. And I think the key thing here is not taking our individual dreams as an individual project.
Exactly.
Do you get?
Exactly.
So yes, it is my dream.
Yes.
But hubby's going to take it on but it's our project to make it happen. And I'm looking, he'll just need to share what his, and women can be like this. He might say, babe, do you know what? I've really got an idea to do this. Before he's finished, I'm already Googling. I'm like,
exactly.
I mean, how can we make this happen for you?
Exactly.
Right? And I think that's love.
That's what it is.
Because I need you to thrive. I need you to feel fulfilled, to be fulfilled. I need you to meet those dreams. I need you to, and it's not even just meeting them. I need to see you as you glow, chasing after those dreams and grow with it.
Make mistakes.
I need to see you do that, right? Because when you're fulfilled, even on a selfish level, even if all I was thinking about was myself, it makes more sense for me to allow you to, or to help you to thrive. Because when you're thriving and you're at your best self, guess who's going to benefit from that?
Of course, you.
Right? And when I'm out here chasing my dreams, as I go back home to the UK, he's going to get this very happy, fulfilled person who has grown a little bit, who has developed, who has made some things happen. And that's what it's all about. Exactly. And, I always talk about creating the right atmosphere or energetic field around you within your marriage.
True.
Right? And our energetic field that actually comes out quite wide from within is created from within, but impacts without. Does that make sense?
Inside out.
It's created within, it impacts out. So when your partner comes into your energetic field, does it feel nice? Does it feel inviting? Does it feel comfortable? Does it feel energizing? Or does it feel like a drain, moody, miserable? And again, if I'm feeling fulfilled within me, my energetic field will be radiating all this positivity. So him coming into that is gonna feel great, right? And I think that people that or don't support their partners in being the best version of themselves, they do themselves a disservice.
Of course, they do that. And so I think one other thing is the fact that maybe prior to marriage, their mental model of marriage also can be an issue. They don't see these two things aligning, because you're probably going to get married, get a spouse, but the fact that you're looking out for a partner, a team, who you could actually, whatever project, whatever business, whatever thing you have in mind, you could actually, discuss this thing with this person, somebody you can work with in trying to make that thing happen. Some people don't think that way. They just feel this is that and this is that.
Do you know what? You saying that as well has made me think. Again, I think we spoke in one of the last episodes about dynamics, and whether maybe as well for some people there is a fear of their partner elevating.
True.
Right, and going higher, and maybe there's a fear of being left behind. Maybe there's a competitive dynamic as well, as why are we chasing your dream? What about mine? And you're not going to go higher than me, and where am I? What are your thoughts around that?
I think those things are there, and certain things people have experienced in the past, because like I always say, I think one very huge factor in marriage is trust.
Right.
It's a very strong factor. Now, if you've gone through situations where trust is an issue normally, maybe even while you were dating, it's difficult to bring somebody into your dreams, your plans, and all that. I speak like as a man. I know that can be a thing, and that's why I say that this thing it's all a mindset, and that's why I said it's important prior to marriage to make your own investigation, to grow as a person.
Yeah, because why are you even getting married to someone who you're feeling like, well, I'm not going to completely let you into
certain things.
Then don't get married. Just forget it for now.
So that's the thing I talk about, mental model, because someone might feel, okay, the reason for marriage is to have a family and have children. Do you understand? I'm the man, you're the woman, you take care of this. And this and
I'm the man, you're the woman.
So stop it. So whatever, and for me, this is it. Whatever works for you. But what we're trying to do here is sell you an idea that can work for both of you.
Well, again, we've said this before, whatever works for you. And again, don't look at a partner. Let's talk about from the male point of view to the woman. Don't look at this woman who has a growth mindset, who has dreams and ambitions.
Exactly.
And when you're dating or when you see her, that is what attracted you to her.
Exactly.
And then you think you're going to go and take her into marriage and contain it and cut it off. You're killing her. So if you know from the beginning,
and it will blow up.
It will blow up. If you know from the beginning that
you just want the lady who will just stay at home, who doesn't have that. Probably her greatest aspiration is raising children.
Yes. And that's fine.
And that's fine.
That's okay. Fine. Yeah. You want to be a housewife and that's your dream.
That's fine.
To raise
that's a meaningful goal.
It's an amazing goal.
Yeah.
But like you keep saying, right from the get-go, before you even walk down that aisle and say I do, let's make sure that we're clear on each other's values here and what we see ourselves doing in the future.
True.
Right? Because don't go and get married to someone just to squash that. This is the one life that they get to live.
Exactly. This is the point. The one life, and you just it should be something where you both support each other to experience life at its highest, at its best.
Right.
And I feel marriage gives grounding. It gives solid support,
stability
for you to do things.
It really
because
does.
It might not be as fast, but it gives more. It gives firmness to whatever you guys set out to do, because you guys will think through it from a place of responsibility, from the place of family. Even when you want to invest in it, you guys will think it through well. than when it was just you, as a single person.
Right. And there's a scripture in the Bible, actually, yes,
okay,
that says one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000.
Exactly.
And I think just regardless of religion, just as a concept to operate
synergy,
by.
Yeah.
It's synergy.
It's synergy.
And we talk about synergy in business where, how can two people come together and
create even more than
that's
one
exactly
person.
what that scripture is about, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And I think that when two people understand that
yeah.
and they say, hey, yeah, I could have been doing this alone, but actually I have a partner. And let me say this, even if you have married a woman whose desire is to be a housewife and to raise amazing children, and that's what she wants to do. That doesn't mean she doesn't have any great ideas and great skills and abilities to be able to bounce ideas with and support you in your dreams. That doesn't mean, ignore and be like, oh, she's just a woman in the house. Tap into the gifts that she has.
True.
Maximize them.
Yeah.
One of the things that my husband always says to me, and I'll tell you this, it's not easy being married to me.
Oh.
It's not easy, my brother, because I'm an ideas person.
Okay.
So at night, I'm like, oh, babe, we could do this, we could do that. And then 2 nights later, I'm like, oh, forget that one. We could do. So this poor man's like, babe, which one? Right? But one thing that he always says is, whatever the dream is, whatever the goal is, you're never going to have the opportunity to say, this man right here held you back.
Exactly.
Right? I will never be the person that holds you back in life. That will not be in
my CV.
It's not going to be in my CV.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has been true to his words, right? With everything, he takes it on. Even this event that I've got an event coming up. It would have passed by the time that you've seen this, but even this morning, he's calling me like, hey, don't forget that idea we talked about. Make sure you do this and make sure that happens. He's not even going to be at the event.
Exactly. But he's invested
He's invested, And that, just having one person, even if it's just that one person who is so in your corner that it's almost like it's you, pushes.
It gives you so much, so it's very important that we are, like you said, supportive of our spouses. Because like one key thing is we only have one shot in this life. And you must always consider the other person. You think about it that, it's just this fun. No, it's about our lives together. Marriage is the nurturing ground that helps two people thrive. You understand? You're building a family, you're building your life. You're trying to actualize yourself. You're trying to transcend yourself. And I mean, what better way to go about it with somebody who is going to be your pillar for years and years to come.
I just love that.
For years and years to come. So my message is actually that let the past not determine the future. Because, and why I'm saying this is, while you probably were dating, things you have seen, uncles, aunties, parents, whatever and all that, and you just feel, no, marriage should be kept away from my aspirations and business. Okay, so for now, let me pursue it. I'm not saying that when you are single, it doesn't give you enough room to push whatever you want to do. Yeah, but I'm also saying that in marriage, you could actually also do that with support. You might not go as fast as you would want and all, but I believe you would even go firm. You would go more solid.
Not as fast, but more firm.
More firm, more solid. Because you're going with the perspective of another person, the support of another person. And it's a lot. And it's just important to understand that we have to keep growing as people.
Right.
In everything, we have to keep growing. Marriage helps us grow. We look at each other, look at ourselves, look at where we are, our behaviors, our character. Marriage should be something that stretches us to build our self-esteem, our emotional intelligence, and even our knowledge of certain things. Parenting, because you get into parenting and you start reading a lot. You start having friends who are already older parents asking questions. This is you growing, being a better person. So marriage should be that nurturing ground that pushes you to become more of yourself. Think of ideas, think of aspirations. I mean, somebody could decide that, okay, my dream is to be a pediatrician, for instance. I love children. I want to always make them feel well. Another person feels that, okay, it's could be to cure cancer. Do you understand? I feel that marriage should not be, you shouldn't be saying marriage is going to stop me from that.
No.
As much as marriage is supposed to support you in that. I mean, if I understand the importance of you going after this research, I'll try to support you in every way because it's an important thing you're trying to do. If it's the children, pediatrician and all, the same thing. So it's a two-way thing. But the thing is, whoever is pursuing a dream should not go about it neglecting the other person.
Okay, there is that.
Because there are these situations where you just go and think it's just all about you.
Right.
You are now an immature adult. You know there's another person involved.
Right.
You should make room for the other person.
Of course, yeah.
Time together, time to talk with each other, spend time so that it's not just this. Create time for the marriage itself, for
Don't
the
let
relationship.
the dream be the thing that destroys the marriage, right?
You just chase it, go, and you probably are not able to have that relationship with your partner. You have to realize that your partner is happy you doing this thing.
I think I saw on your stories this video that you shared about the Amazon guy. What's he called again?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. And I think he was being asked, or the person, his son, I don't know, somebody, work-life balance. And he was like, why do we have to balance? Exactly. Why can't they be harmonized, right? And he was talking about, you know, when he's in his business, he's making sure his business is aware of his family. Right? And when he's in his family, he's making sure his family is aware of his business. Like they come together. I'm not trying to pack one off.
Exactly.
You know?
So that's the thing. If someone at that level, at that caliber, they understand. Because at the end of the day, it's really about values.
Right.
It's what you value the most. That's how you'd go about it. No matter what you think is most difficult in that thing you're going after, there's somebody who would have 10 times more difficult, but is able to bring the two together because in his value, in his mindset, his family, his marriage is so important to him that he can't be doing this without this.
I just love that.
You know?
But surely that's the ideal. Surely that's the beautiful thing. I really hope people can grasp it. That is a beautiful thing, right? It
might not be a walk in the park, but it's an ideal to walk towards.
Right.
You understand? It's an ideal. It's more meaningful. It's because most times we're drawn to what is more comfortable. And what is more comfortable is probably just to be alone and just do, no. But when you push yourself, you like the relationship with another person. You like this friendship. That's why we've been talking about the friendship of marriage. When you bring that into perspective, it becomes a totally different thing.
So good.
So there's a couple, you know, in Nigeria who, prior to me getting married, I always, the guy has been like, you know, like a role model for me. And, you know, watching his marriage even till today, you know, I think they're celebrating 22 years in marriage. His name is Fela Durotoye.
Okay.
And his
Shout out Fela Durotoye.
Yeah. And his wife Tara.
Okay.
And they have built amazing careers. You know, I think Fela ran for president 2019, you know, but he has built a great consulting organization. You know, he has mentored even other great guys who are doing great things in the industry today. And Tara has built one of the most recognized beauty brands. You understand? Now, they were both able, these are their both aspirations, and they supported each other to do it. You know, I remember watching a video where Tara talked about the fact where there were times where she had to travel, just like you have done from the UK, you're in Nigeria here and all. And Fela was willing to stay with the boys at home, you know, look after them and all that.
I mean,
and for him, very important was her dreams.
Yeah.
She's a lawyer. She's a great one at that. You understand? But he's able, I mean, she's a lawyer and she's a beauty. So this is a whole lot of things that she's even doing. Two things. So what am I saying? It's what you focus on. If you don't focus on the right mentors, the right models, the right ideal, you'd struggle. Because when you focus on the right thing, you're trying to ask yourself, how are they able to do that? I like this. How can we make this happen? You do your thing, I do my thing, and we're happy doing it together, you know, expressing ourselves to the fullest. So,
but you know, it takes an open mind.
It takes an open mind.
It takes an open mind because when somebody's like, well, why should I stay with the children? You want me to be cooking and cleaning and doing all these things on my own? Like when you've got a closed mind like that, you're not going to be able to achieve it. You won't. You know, or when you don't have an open mind of sharing what's going on. Exactly. You don't have an open mind of support. You need to be somebody who is willing to say, okay, I need to address this. I need to become better. I need to change my perspective on this whole thing, right?
There were times where my wife had to travel. She's a chartered accountant, and there were times where she probably had to go audit and all. I had to stay with my boy.
I mean, he's your boy.
Yeah, he's my boy. I had to stay with him, you know. So, I mean, that's the thing. We make these compromises to support the other person.
That's it.
And we're happy doing it. You know, I'm happy calling her, how's it going? You know, she talks about how it was stressful today and all that. And I try to cheer her on, support her and all that. That's my person. That's my partner. I want her to win from the very beginning, before even marriage, dating. In my mind, I want her to be the best she can ever be.
That's what love is.
And I still keep reminding her, what are those goals? You seem to be, you know, that's what love is. You want the best. And that's what she does for me. You know, ask, you know, how's this going? How's that going? How can I help? You know, that's what should be. Talk about these things. And I think you need to, and that's why I always say, in choosing a partner, choose somebody you respect and value. Do you understand? Not somebody you look down on, who looks up to you. Because there's a tendency, you want somebody who, when you are having a conversation with, you respect what they're saying.
Right.
It's very important. Yeah, you respect what they're saying. Because if you're not with that kind of person, if you're just with somebody who you talk and the person is just looking at you like, oh man, it's like Christ just came back.
The parent-child dynamic.
Exactly.
It's a problem.
It's a problem because when you're in marriage and you keep on, you know, growing, once that person now starts trying to do something, you'd start having issues watching that person even become a big deal.
Do you know what? I talk about this with some of the wives that I work with, and particularly those who, especially in that season where, you know, we've had babies and somebody for some time has to be at home or what have you, and a lot of times that's the woman. And what can happen is husband's life starts to really elevate. Maybe they're getting promotions, maybe they're still studying and growing, experiencing things in life, meeting new people, traveling, and you're just staying at home with the child. It can be a bit dicey. Yeah. And I really encourage women that even if you're doing that home child raising thing, make sure that you are doing online courses, getting out and about and going to mummy and baby groups and networking and trying to experience different things, even if it's with the baby, so that you keep, I don't want to say keep up, but keep your mind active, keep your thoughts active, also have things to share, you know, have new experience that you can pass on, and so that there's still a meeting of the minds, not just him sort of flying off into and then you're just there like,
and at the point you guys can't connect.
Exactly.
You have nothing.
So you still have to work on your growth, and that doesn't mean that you have to go to university.
No.
There's so much. Read. Stop wasting your time on Instagram. And actually, if you're going to be online, watch some really helpful YouTube videos.
Grow your mind.
There's networking meetings that happen online. Join them. Join conversations. You know,
so that you can add value to each other.
Exactly. You know.
So it's amazing, and we could go on this, but at the end of the day, like we say, it's mindset. It's really about the way we see things, and that guides everything. That's it. Marriage can be what we want it to be based on what we think about it. So it's like a goal. If you have the best intentions, if you believe two people can be this, both of you will try to make it happen, and that will be the kind of person you'll be looking out for. So that's the psychology of marriage success.
Love it. If you have already subscribed and you've been enjoying it, put in the comments as well what you know, if you've got any questions of what your thoughts are on this. And if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos or content on Spotify as well. This has been Adaeze Chiwoko from Marriage for Real. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram, marriage4real.
Victor Onochie from Genius Metaphor.
And this podcast has been brought to you in collaboration with Zuma Coffee.